on looking while you're cooking. It's important that you don't wander away, as well as you come home from work and mum's a nice glass of wine, dad maybe a beer. But it's really important that you don't drink and fry, that is just as big a distraction. So once your kitchen fire has started, it can take only 3 minutes for your house to be fully involved. That's not a long period of time. And it's really important that in that 3 minutes you put into effect your 3-step escape plan. So that could look something like your first way out. So that might be out your bedroom down the hall and out the front door. And then maybe if the fire is at the front door where you can't get out, you need to start thinking about going through a window, maybe that door. And then your third step of your 3-step evacuation plan is your meeting point. So for some people that's your mailbox. If you live on a farm like me and the mailbox is way down the road, you don't really want to go down there. So it could be the trampoline, the dog kennel, something like that. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit of smoke in here. And at this point your kitchen's starting to fill up. So you might hear something like this. Alright, so that is your smoke alarm going off. And we recommend 10-year photoelectric smoke alarms. You can pick these up at most, you might attend your Bunnings, whatnot. They're real good, you chuck one up in every room. So the kitchen might be a bit different, because a lot of us, I burn my toast quite often, actually. So you can get a heat sensor rather than a smoke detector in the kitchen as well. That does the same job. Alright? So, with this, a lot of it's coming to an end with summer. People's barbecues aren't going up as much, which is all right. But if you are getting in your final barbecue of the summer, make sure all your oil's cleaned up, make sure your scraps have gone up. I know that Dad might say it adds more flavour, but it just adds more danger. Alright, and your last, your bonfire with your barbecue, it's lovely, it's nice. So make sure you check it's all right before you light. There is a website for this, and you can check if you're okay with your bonfire. But if you're like me and it is getting too cold for those summer activities and you're looking at starting to light your fire, if you have firewood, you need to make sure that your chimney is clean. I know that birds make a nest in ours, but it could also be built up from last winter. So just make sure that you clean out your chimney, get someone in, they'll do it for you, happy as. And then once you've started lighting your fire, you need to clean out your ashes. So make sure that any ashes go in a bucket. They're nice and cool. Leave them to sit outside in that bucket for maybe 2-3 days. Chuck some water in it, because the last thing you want to do is tip your ashes out either into the bin or into the garden. They're still hot, they're smouldering, they light your garden on fire, and it's just not what we want to see. Alright, and as well as we need to keep an eye on our electrical wires. So your car boards, whatnot, make sure everything's safe. Make sure you're not going through and catching your house on fire there. Alright, so our pot's taking a little bit of time to heat up here. This is a nice long phone call with Mum. We're talking away. Can anybody smell that? Yeah?
Yeah, I can smell that.
Alright, so you smell that. You're out in the lounge, you're out in the kitchen, you smell that, you kids. What is the first thing you're going to do? You're going to grab a phone and you're going to call 111. You're going to ask for fire. You're going to get all the lovely firefighters that you see around today. They're going to show up to your house. They're going to put it out for you, or at least contain it as much as you can. And it's just very important that you call as soon as you smell. We'd rather that you called and it's nothing than you don't call because you think it's nothing and then you have no home left. And all of your little bits and pieces are burnt away and there's nothing left. School uniforms are gone. That'll get you a day off though. Alright, so those of you who live on lovely little properties that have nice trees up the driveway, I know that we do, that can be an obstruction for fire trucks to get up your driveway. So make sure that things are trimmed enough in a roughly fire truck shape. If you look over at the tow paws fire truck, there's a nice big ladder on top that'll catch all your branches and do some trimming for you, which they are not too happy about when that happens. As well as concrete driveways, just be prepared that there may be some cracks from heavy trucks, but that's all okay, because I think you'd rather a crack in your driveway than a burnt down house. Just keep an eye on your driveway, make sure it's all accessible. Have a look, see where your nearest fire hydrants are. If you have a fire hydrant on your front lawn, or maybe out on the curb, make sure it's clear of grass. Grass likes to grow over them, or I've actually seen quite a few people or just make a garden over top because they don't like the ugly little yellow plate. We need that ugly little yellow plate to be able to put your house out. And we need that water. So make sure everything's clear, there's no bricks around it, no stones, no rocks. Oh, look at that! Alright, so we have flames. So this is now a fire in your kitchen. So, what we're going to do is going to show you what can be done and only attempt to do these things if you feel confident. So the first thing that Phil is going to do with his kitchen is he's going to go in, he's going to isolate power, and he's going to turn off the gas. Right, so he's turning off the power, we'll turn off the gas, and then he's going to come in with his pot lid, and he's going to get low, and he's going to try to smother the fire. Right, get low, on top.
Have us down.
Alright, she's burning through a bit there, she's a bit hot there, Phil. Wonderful. Right, so your pot lid doesn't work. Next course of action may be a chopping board. And get low, pads it on top. Alright. Next into the baking tray, or if not, we're going to just get out of the house, alright? So, what we're going to show you is what not to do, and that is to put water on an oil fire. So when you're ready, Phil?
He's in the helmet.
Alright, so that is going to singe your eyebrows, your hair, your face, your hands, your chest, and pretty much everything around you. It's going to destroy your lovely new kitchen. And it's not going to be a very happy day. So thank you for coming along, team, and having a watch. And if you have any questions, feel free to talk to any of us. And we hope you stay safe while you're cooking.